We before we go to questions, I want to ask both of you, like, what do you see as your biggest hurdle? It's coming. Your biggest hurdle for the next 12 months in your role?
Scaling, 100% scaling. Scaling in this very unique market, and how we're able to continue to make sure that our DI practices are in place so that we're hiring efficiently, we're hiring for the right talent in the right spots in the right places of the company, everywhere from how we reward. When I look at DEI, I think about diversity is what you have and inclusion is what you do with it. Exactly. And equity is how you reward. Yep. And so let's look at these different components and drill down on how we operate with these. And recruiting is at the forefront of it all.
That's right.
And so scale and keep those DI practices in place.
And Natalie?
Biggest challenge for, I would say, is a recent challenge. So we have seen through COVID this going from employer market to, in September alone, I think we had 4.7 million people leave the workforce in the United States. And we know that, and this goes back to the DEI piece, we know that most of those people are women who have children. They are people of color who can't afford daycare, which is ridiculously expensive, and all of those things. So we're also, our pool of unique thought and different backgrounds, etc., is getting like smaller and smaller and smaller. But now, like today, I am calling what we are in right now purgatory, because none of us have any ideas. We've got inflation happening. We've got interest rates changing. Now we're starting to see the reductions in force. We're seeing Robinhood, Cameo, Klarna, all these big companies, Peloton, all starting to lay off. Then we have all the companies that IPO'd during COVID. They're all tanking. They are all tanking. And so now we're in this place where I think everybody has to sit back and just wait and watch, because we don't know what's going to happen. This is new. This is literally probably about 6 weeks old, I'd say. We are now in this very odd place where I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen. And so my advice to our founders is, don't go crazy on hiring. Pull it back, rein everything in, and basically everybody needs to stop with the heavy hiring and just focus on building the product at this stage with the people that you have to have there. Because the layoffs are insane now, and we were fighting for talent a month and a half ago. And so it's just that's what I would say is the biggest challenge for me right now is, do I advise my founders to just grab these layoff lists and just blow them out, go after all the engineers, go after all the product people? Or do we say, okay, buckle up, we don't know what's going to happen, everyone just pause what they're doing? And we have decided to basically tell people everyone needs to just chill out for a bit. Your hiring has to just calm down for a second. If there are milestones you have to hit and you need people to hit those milestones, clearly you want to hire those people. But for the most part, we're just telling people to wait, because no one knows what's going to happen.